One of
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Yep, I'm here. Not queer. Get used to it. All right, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live on the Election Day Eve. 2024, the most important election of my lifetime since the last one. Let me just get something straight, as opposed to get something gay. I don't care what happens. Whatever happens tomorrow, our country will survive just fine. I see Mike's here. Mike, nice to have you here. It's amazing. Glad you're here. This is good. I don't know. Oh God. Okay, we'll get into. I'll get into your little conversation in a minute. But right now is one more day of the election. Our republic will survive because it's made to survive. Donald Trump ain't gonna kill democracy, and you know, Kamala Harris won't. Well, she might blow up the world, but still, you know what I'm saying? I've been through many elections. We've always survived. Our country's gonna. We got to do something about some certain things that that happen too much, and it has to do with all you congressmen, Congress critters, and all the people who in the administrative state. Y'all need to get your shit together. And at some point, somebody has got to reduce the size of our federal government and the spending. They got to figure that out. And unfortunately, I don't see anyone that really wants to do that. And that's what kills me. I'm reverting to Ron Paul shit right now. That's where I feel like we need to be. And I don't know if anyone's there. I don't know if Trump's there. I don't know. The one thing that I like to see with Trump right now, especially right now since I'm voting for him, is that it seems as though the team that he's put together is a complete team of shake this shit up. I like that. And I hope to God he wins tomorrow. But if he doesn't, well, something's got to happen. Look, they'll just fuck it up more, and we'll maybe get another chance in a couple of years at least to slow that train. But whatever. But we got one more day till the election, and then according to some of these states who say, well, it could be up to 2 weeks before we have all the votes counted. Oh yeah, you're gonna pull that shit again. Whatever. So, happy Election Day Eve. I'm glad you are all here. Shall we get this shit started? First of all, let's say hi to everybody, like I always do. If you have not clicked that link at the top of the chat and replied, let's go on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, or wherever, or if you have not shared this stream somewhere, and I don't care where. Mike, share this with all your liberal friends. I would love it. I'd love to have a bunch of people in here arguing me. I'm fine with that. All of you, put it somewhere so that we can get a few more people in here on a regular basis. I appreciate those of you who do it already. Somnambul Nation every day tweets out the show. Reaction on Puerto Rico and Tyler F and Gun Fox and all y'all who do it every day. I appreciate you more than you know. Who's done it today? Reaction on Puerto Rico. Somnambul Nation. A lot of let's goes. Click that link and say, let's go. You don't have to retweet it. You don't have to reply to it. You have to reply to it. You don't have to like it. I don't care. But let's go. If you put a let's go under the tweet, that'd be great. Tyler F, CG, Somnambul Nation, Reaction Puerto Rico. By the way, also Gunfox already dropping Hamilton's in the tip jar. He's the suit. You are the new Streamlab Superstar sponsor of the day. On Election Day Eve with a couple articles. We got some space news and then China up to no good as normal. We'll get to those articles during the show because I said if you drop a Hamilton in the tip jar and a link, I will read your article during the show. So if you got, and Mike, that includes you. You drop a Hamilton in the tip jar and an article, I'll read some left-wing nonsense you put up there. I'll read whatever it is. I don't care. So, thank you, Gun Fox. In fact, here's a proper alert for Gun Fox. I forgot about that one. That's a funny one, actually. And then you got this is the Superstar sponsor of the day one because he's they just did it twice. Well, that I just played twice for Avocados Diablo. Speaking of which, first in the chat today, as most often is the case, Mr. Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Thank you, sir. Glad you're here. Also, good morning. Gunfox61, the amazing administrator of our Dawg Knight Discord server. Mike's in the house. It's always great to have Mike in the house because Mike comes in here and tries to rattle everybody, and it's laughable sometimes. If I had the whole in fact, Mike, maybe one of these days we can do a whole show, just you and me. Just you and me. You in the chat, and I'll just talk to you. But I'm not gonna do it today. I'm sure you'll put some in there that makes me go, Mike's at it again. But I don't care. I'm glad you're here. Bring your friends next time. Thank you, Avocados Diablo. Also sponsoring the show right now. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. If you don't know what that is, that's the 223. Says life gives you lemons. Joe Biden kills you with them. Okay. Is there some kind of lemon reference I don't know about right now? Maybe I need to look that one up. Life. Let's see. Here, let's look this up. We'll look it up on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, because sometimes you get the quickest response. Lemons. Joe Biden. I don't even know it. Is that just a general thing? When life hands you lemons, Joe Biden kills you. Oh, was that something that? Is it some Donald Trump? When Trump is in Patriot flow state, he's unstoppable. 2000s Eminem's freestyle, mom spaghetti. Okay, I didn't see this. What the hell? I didn't know this. Let me get into the show and then I'll come back to the lemon thing. Thank you, Avocados Diablo. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out during the show. Okay, where was I? Mike, Special Can Ass is in the house. Rick Ashbringer, Lord Stanhope, Attack Alpaca's here. Also, good morning to Somnambul Nation, of course. JB's in the house. Let's see, I'm scrolling down here. Reaction Puerto Rico, you lovely island of tropical breezes. let's see. I said it's like a pack up. My other favorite Canadian unacceptable views here. Anon 1, 2, 3. Timmy the Salbeck. Welcome. Always up in my joke channel. Marty Got Jokes, if you don't know where that is. Mostly dad jokes and just funny little things. I don't do any politics on that show. That's my relief channel. I've got 2 relief channels. One's Marty Got Jokes, and the other one is Marty's with apostrophe, well, not apostrophe, Marty's Big Journey, where I just put up some more vacation stuff. But right now, Marty Got Jokes is getting the most attention because my daughter on my birthday, when I turned 60, gave me 60 cards. She wrote out handwritten cards. And one's a birthday card and the rest are dad jokes. If you haven't watched any of that series, it's cute. In fact, let me see if I might even put that in the links today. Let's do that. Give me one moment, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. Marty Got Jokes. There we go. There. Oh, what? Oh, because I put Marty Got Jones. I hit the N instead of the whatever. There we go. Marty Got Jokes. There's the channel. In fact, what I'll do, I believe I have. Oh, it's not even up here. I had well, here, should I give you a taste of this? This is the one I posted yesterday. This is one of my son's best friends. We went out to brunch with him and his girlfriend. And here, let me get this on here. Let's see if I can pop this. Here, hold up. No, wait, stop. Okay. All right, here we go. I know this, sometimes this is like filler space for more people to get here. Here we go. Here it is. Here was the joke we posted yesterday. And what I just opened them with random people and in random places. So sometimes it'll people I know, sometimes the people I don't know. It's just, whatever. But I'll leave the link to the joke channel on here. And it's, you know what? I'm warning you right now. This shit is corny. I'm just saying, trust me, it's corny. I know it's corny, but that's how it is. Here we go. Here's yesterday's post on Marty Got Jokes. Oh, in fact, even better. So, and I'm also on Instagram. There's Marty Got Jokes and Peter. I have all those same three channels on Instagram. The one I posted this morning, though, I want to see if we can make the guy famous. This 88-year-old Vietnam vet I met in front of Sam's Club. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Okay, cool. Let's do it. But anyway, here's one for yesterday. Maybe.
Birthday card roulette. 60 cards. One's a birthday card. The rest are dad jokes. Here, hold this. Don't choke her. Here we go. This better be good. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing? What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing?
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's that simple. That's all it is. It's a joke channel. I don't even know. Wait, what happened? Why is this full screen like this? Oh, okay, I see what it did there. So anyway, that's Marty Got Jokes. But the one I posted this morning, where is it? Did I even? Okay, hang on here. I haven't posted on. It's not on YouTube yet. There'll be another one there this morning, later today, that I have it scheduled for like 11 o'clock Central Time, noon Eastern. Okay, at noon Eastern, there'll be another one, and it's an 88-year-old Vietnam vet, and I just loved the old guy. He was so cool. We talked to him while we were walking around Sam's Club too, and he was such a great sport, and so I would really love to see that one blow up. So if you see that one later today, share it with somebody. Share it somewhere, post it somewhere, put it wherever you can. We're going to see if we can get that one to get hundreds of thousands of views, which, most of mine at most get 10,000, maybe 15,000 views. But I would love to see that one blow up, because the old guy was just a cool old guy, and I appreciated him. So anyway, who else do I miss here? Good morning to my favorite Canadian Jaeger Pony. I see you in the house. Mr. X51 is here. Lord Stanhope, I think I already said. Tyler F is in the house. Let's see, who else is here? Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
What's up? Good morning, Linda Hunter. Good morning. And if I've missed you, I will certainly be sure to fix that. Or I'll remedy that as soon as possible. In fact, Mr. Tire Alexander the Scourge is in the house. See, I remedied it as quick as I noticed. Thank you, Tire Alexander. And also Poker Ace 6666. That's a new name. Love to see it. Love to see it. I love seeing new people here. And you might like me, you might not like me, but hit subscribe anyway. Mike subscribed, right, Mike? Am I right? You're subscribed, right? Just so you can every once in a while, throw shade at everyone in the chat, and we all pretend we hate you, but we love you, Mike, even if you aren't all that bright. But anyway, let's. I'm just fucking with you, Mike. Sort of. Anyway, so let's get into the show because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It is Election Day Eve. Happy Election Day Eve. We got this gal right here with her picture of Donald Trump and a pickup and some Trump van signs. I don't know what she's doing here, but she's hanging out with some cardboard. That's cool. Let's see what people are saying about Happy Election Day Eve. Oh, how's everyone's anxiety with a little Mel Gibson and the Patriot flag thing going there. Let's see, what's this one? Happy Election Day Eve. This one says, this is from Roger Stone. Laura Lewin, fine print clearly says money is going to pay off his Democratic Party. What are we talking about? Not going into Trump's campaign account. My post is accurate. This isn't personal. This is showing people where their money is going so they know what they're donating to. Roger Stone says, sorry, Laura, you have no fundamental understanding of election law. Perhaps that's why you lost 2 campaigns for Congress. Any funds up to $3,300 must be spent in the general election where RFK voters are being called and urged to vote for Trump. Out of my league. Okay, I don't know what that means. What are they arguing about? Take it easy, old man. She's done more for your boss than you ever. Laura Loomer's loony. I wish she wasn't anywhere near the Trump campaign. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. And look, and yes, more loony than Roger Stone. I'm just saying. Only complete more, I would say she lost elections because she's an amateur. She lost elections because she was banned from every fucking social media. Point of fact, her last congressional campaign said $0 in actual voter contact, no voter mailings, no blast emails, no radio, no cable radio, no text messages. Who's an amateur? Okay, they're just arguing about who knows how to do campaign shit. I don't give a shit. Let's see. Oh, but we do got the dogs. What is this? Is this what is this?
Voting Donald Trump, baby.
Okay, there you go. So the dogs are still rooting for Donald Trump. Happy to actually need one reminder. Remember, we don't have to live like this because tomorrow is election day. And they got one graphic of how much things cost and have gone up under the current Biden-Harris administration. If you don't know who that is, the Harris and Biden-Harris just happens to be Chameleon Harris. Speaking of a Harris, Ravon Harris, no relation to Chameleon Harris, and Jethro Hedder is in the house. What's up, y'all? Nice to have you here. And then you got this. These are people who've been killed by some of the illegal border crossers who have been here, who've come to the country illegally and whatever. And then we got some Harris fans. Here we go. We're not going back here. Happy Election Eve to all in the U.S. Now that is said, we are not going back. Well, I certainly hope we're not going back to what's been going on the past 4 years. That's my take on that statement. So there you go. Rick Ashbringer, I don't know if I said hi, but I am now. Oh, why is Siri? Shut up, Siri. Shut up. No. I'm not talking to you. Damn it. Oh, Midnight in Exile's here too. What's up? Man, we got a full house today. What's up? Is it just because it's Monday? Let's see. Let me look at the numbers here. 35 people already. 39 people. 16 likes. $35 people and 16 likes? What's up? Can we fix that, please? Even Mike hits the like button once in a while, I think. Mike, do you hit the like button once in a while? I don't know. Are you Steven still here? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. Did you already? Was this like pump and dump for you? Green Badger Outdoors is in the house. I did not see you. I'm sorry. Good morning. Mike, are you still here? Did you just pump and dump? Speaking of, okay. the only reason I said that because there's was it Pump? Oh, there's a gas station in the Twin Cities called Pump and Munch. Not to be confused with the Iowa gas station chain called Come and Go. Yes, that's a real gas station chain. We talked about this before on the show. All right, where were we at? I was going to say Election Day Eve. That's the big one. Oh, good God. And look, this one, if you just, I'm going to say a word that, well, just whatever. Gay? Not this time. No. Anyway, that's the Election Day Eve tab. Another thing that's trending, you know me and my Catholic holidays, even though I'm not Catholic. Pump and Dump, also known as the Friday Night Special. Well, there you go. Oh, wait. Linda, anyway, it was a flying visit. Unlike a Haitian gang boss, I'm going back to my own bed. God bless America. Well, God bless you, Linda Hunter. You're a great American. All right, Catholic holidays. You know me and my Catholic holidays. I like to see what they are, even though I'm not Catholic. Today is the feast of St. Charles Borromeo. He was born on October 2nd, 1538, at the castle of Arona on Lake Maggiore near Milan. His father was the Count of Arona, and his mother was a member of the House of Medici. He was the third of 6 children born to that couple. At the age of 12, the young Count Charles Borromeo dedicated himself to a life of service to the church. His uncle gave him the family income from the Benedictine Abbey of St. Gratinian. I'm being very careful with his names. And Philinus. Even as a youth, his integrity was obvious. He was explicit in telling his father that he could only keep the money required for his education and to prepare himself for service to the church. All of their funds belonged to the poor, and the church were to be passed along, to them. The young count suffered from a speech impediment. Oh, wait a minute. Is this Joe Biden before he's changed his name? Let's see. Okay. I'll let the fun. Despite this challenge, he performed well and impressed his teachers. He attended the University of Pavia and learned Latin. He was praised because of his hard work. Why was he a saint? That's all I want to know. In 1554, his father passed. Okay, this is way. Oh my God, this is like 12 pages long. I'm not reading all that. It's the Feast of St. Charles Borromeo. Is there a Reader's Digest version of this shit? Anybody? Charles tells us to meditate before, during, and everything we can do. As the prophet says, I will pray and then I will understand. Before making any decision today, carrying out any work, pause and pray. Then you can't go wrong. Okay, there you go. That's why he's a saint. Every Medici bought their position in the Catholic Church. Did they? I don't. Yeah, okay. So, and I see. He basically, what's the word? He basically gave everything he had to the poor. So he was a true man of Christ. Let's put it that way. All right, real quick. Thank you, Black Hebrew Israelite, for sponsoring the show, dropping a deuce in the tip jar. Thank you very much. Who says, okay. Again, when I read Super Chats and Streamlabs and stuff like that, by the way, you can forget the Let's Go thing there. If you want to sponsor the show, I'm sure you do, you can do that at pdognight.live. I'll drop, it says I only have the show link, but it's the same link. The Hijack the Show link is the same link for all Super Chats. Black Hebrew Israelite, thank you. When I read these, though, remember, these are in the voice of the person who wrote them, not the host. I do not endorse nor detract from anything written in the Super Chats unless I tell you so. So here I'm going to kind of pre-disavow because this is a little spicy. It's a little spicy, okay? And if you want to look, in fact, if you want to get spicy, feel free. Just drop a couple Hamilton, or not a couple Hamiltons. Just, a couple green things in the tip jar, and I will read your spicy nonsense. By the way, good morning, Cannibalistic Wizard. That's the special honk for Cannibalistic Wizard, because he always puts honk, 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 honk. So I do the honk, 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 honk. Okay, Black Hebrew Israelite, thank you again.
That's right.
Who says Tim Walz? Oh, he said Tim Waltz. Who the hell is Tim Waltz? Tim Waltz, Team WALTS. Oh, that's supposed to be a Z. Okay, Tim Walz said, quote. Now, I'm not sure if this is an accurate quote, but I'm gonna read it as written. Tim Waltz said, quote, Kamala Harris is going to put her head down and go to work, end quote. Haktua. Was that the phrase he actually used? Oh my God. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. What else we got? Quincy Jones. Oh, this is sad. Quincy Jones, an amazing composer, producer, record. I don't know. What do you call him? Super dude. He says, Quincy Jones passed away. Found that out early this morning. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. In honor of his legacy, here's a throwback to an incredible moment. Quincy Jones and Herbie Hancock in the studio exploring the groundbreaking Fairlight CMI synthesizer. Herbie's demonstration showcases the brilliance of both the technology and their unmatched creativity. This is actually a cool clip, and this one won't get shouldn't get one of those copyright claim things. So let's see what this is here. This is Quincy Jones and Herbie Hancock in the studio. So this is a new synthesizer that came out probably around 1980, I believe.
You use that as your picture shot? Yeah. Right over there.
So anyway, that's a cool clip. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on about Quincy Jones. This is here's someone. Ice-T said, I woke up today the terrible news that we lost Quincy Jones. Genius is a description loosely used but rarely deserved. Point blank, Quincy was the man. I won my first Grammy with Quincy Jones, and I live with his wisdom daily. My condolences go out to his family, who I had the honor of meeting. This one hit me. God bless you, King. Yeah, Quincy Jones, man, he had, look, let me show you some other things trending because of Quincy Jones. And this is just a small list of people, either songs or things he worked with. For example, We Are the World. Quincy Jones produced that. Someone named Premium Pete says, rest in peace, Quincy Jones. What a journey and what gifts you brought to this world. I will always have this clip and song embedded in my head and how you brought it all together. We are the world. There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, oh, when time's a little hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on pretending day by day with someone somewhere to make a change. And we are part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. We are the world. He knows the song. That song came out. And, this is the time when the group over in England did Do They Know It's Christmas, whatever. But the first time I saw this, because I remember they've been talking about it for months, that they were or not months, but for a while. And the first time I saw this, I got a tear in my eye just seeing how they got this put together and all these artists, all these artists just coming together for this. It was a big damn deal. I think it was like 1984, I think. But just the biggest frigging stars in music of that day. And some legends too. I mean, you had Bob Dylan, you had Ray Charles in there. But you had, Stevie Wonder, you had, Diana Ross, you had Al Jarreau, Steve Perry. Well, look at here, Dionne Warwick, Lionel Richie, Kenny Rogers, Kim Carnes. These are all huge artists. Paul Simon, Michael Jackson, obviously, because he helped write it with Quincy. it was just amazing. And I don't know, Hall and Oates were in there. Yeah, Daryl Hall. I always, okay. I did laugh though, because Daryl Hall had a little, one of his own line. And I'm like, I saw Daryl Hall, and then later I'm watching the choir, and there's John Oates in the background singing. I chuckled at that point because, I mean, Hall's the singer and Daryl's and Oates is kind of the writer. Dan Aykroyd is back there too. That was great. Ozzy or Dio were not there. Well, that's, I see how you are. But anyway, yeah, it's huge. Here, I'll leave it blank. Kool and the Gang. Who else was in there? No, Kool and the Gang was in the other one. Who else is there? Huey Lewis, the Pointer Sisters, the Jackson Brothers, other than Michael, Bruce Springsteen, Cyndi Lauper, who I think Michael gave her a little stink eye when she did her part, because it was really good and really out of character for her, because she was kind of a poppy, weird, thing. And then she gets on this We Are the World and just blows up like she's in church. And I'm like, oh, where did that come from? And then, but later on, then you see her doing like little shows on TV with other singers, and that woman can sing her ass off. But you just weren't expecting, because she was singing these really goofy, poppy songs. So anyway, Secret Garden. If you've never heard this song, it was on the he did this. I can't remember the name of the album, but where they had a bunch of different artists, and this song Secret Garden with Barry White, Al B. Sure, James Ingram, and El DeBarge. And I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put this in the links. Listen to this song. It is just so, there's something about this song that just is wild. And it's, come on, Barry White's in there. So, he's got a little sexy part in there. I don't know the words, so I'm just, but he goes into his super deep voice, and it's just freaky, man. Other thing, soul bossa nova. So the song from Austin Powers, I will play a part of this. I'll probably get in trouble. This song. So that song, that's called Soul Bossa Nova. That's the Austin Powers theme. He also wrote the theme to Sanford and Son. I mean, just classic stuff. Quincy Jones has scored tons of movies. He had put together lots of stuff. Who else is on there? Oh, Tevin Campbell was discovered by Quincy Jones. Here it is. No Quincy, no Michael Jackson. Like both of Michael Jackson's biggest albums were produced with Quincy Jones, Off the Wall and Thriller. And I don't think, did he do bad? I don't think he did bad, but he did Off the Wall and Thriller. Basically made Michael the biggest single artist in the world. Ray Charles helped produce a lot of Ray Charles music. Tevin Campbell, Shaka Khan, and also helped produce the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith. So Quincy was involved in a lot of shit. I mean, he was everywhere. And so the man, there is probably great mourning in the music world today because of Quincy Jones. James Ingram too. He was produced a lot of James Ingram stuff. So anyway, that's all the stuff about Quincy Jones. Did I just see? No, I didn't. I thought I saw Johnny Hellcat here. Hello, Damien. Damien Peanut November Gershwin. Also dropping a super chat. Thank you for sponsoring the show, Damien. Dropping a deuce in the tip jar, who says, does the P in P-Dog stand for peanut, Marty? I'm sorry, it does not. It does not. Hello, Mike Savage, Blarg. No, it does not. It does not stand for peanut. It stands for Prince. Prince Dawg Knight. So there you go. I've told the Prince story enough times. One of these days, maybe I'll just, let's put a link to the GQ story in the links today. Hang on. Just because you brought it up, here's what it stands for. Let's see. I got to look up. Let's see. There it is. The Fresh Prince, GQ magazine. When I was in GQ magazine, there it is. There it is. There's me with my natural brothers and sisters and my father. Oh, here, what's that? Get that out of here. So there you go. That's me right there. These are my Nigerian, my half brothers and sisters. Well, they're my brothers and sisters. Unfortunately, two of them are gone, and on both my father and his wife that he married is. So that article will be in the links today, just for your listening, viewing, watching, reading pleasure. There you go. If you don't know about my story, it stands for Prince. All right, let's move on. Let's get into some other things. I'm really dragging it out today. The Flesh Prince. Oh my God. What the hell? The Flesh Prince. If you know, you know. Stop it. The Flesh Prince. Good Lord. Okay. Wait, what? Nothing says gay like I was in GQ. I wasn't a model. It was a story about meeting my father, my natural father, for the first time. It's a cool story. Knock it off. Damn it. All right, someone named Barry Diller is trending. I don't know who the hell this is. He's Barry Diller is a billionaire, a Democrat on CNBC, and was behind the scenes pushing Biden out. He just said Harris should have Elon in the cabinet to cut costs. Plus, he said Dems are nominating someone else in 2028. Let's just tax billionaires 90%. So this is Barry Diller. He is a Democrat. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Barry Diller on the 2024 election. Oh, let's go full screen on that, please. Thank you. Oh, well, now it's fucking muted.
Have handled Iran in the Middle East.
Let's start over. Barry is the father of Phyllis Diller. He's not that old. Here is a story about a man named P-Dog. Yeah, that's a story about me. In fact, I was on Good Morning America, too. I told you, you've seen that, right? We'll play that sometime.
Barry, it's not just economic issues. I look at the way we have handled Iran in the Middle East for the past 4 years has been a pig, whatever you want to call it.
Pig
It's
fuck.
been
Pig fucker, like Howard Stern used to
disaster,
say.
and that's why we're in this
Pig
mess right
fucker.
now. When Trump was there, it ended with the Abraham Accords, moving the Jerusalem for the embassy.
A lot of silliness with the North Korean leader.
Okay, you're back now. You're back to the
Silliness. Hey, guess what? Kim Jong-un chilled the fuck out after that, didn't he?
superficial thing. The world was a much safer place, Barry. A much safer. And
damn right.
The world was a much safer place because Ukraine and the Middle East blew. And who would have predicted that?
You can't say that it's not.
That?
You can't say it's definitely not linked. You can't.
All right, maybe
the weakness and
by the way,
the withdrawal from Afghanistan. How about the border?
I would like two things.
How about the border?
I would hope for two things.
Which are?
One is that.
Wait, who's that? Is that? No, don't tell me that's.
For sure. As
pig vomit. Yeah, pig vomit, not pig fucker. Pig vomit. Thank you, Renee. By the way, hello, Renee Mayette. I just realized that I hadn't said hi to you yet. So there you go.
And somebody with real foreign policy chops as defense. And I would like Elon Musk to be asked, given that he is an American patriot, to come into this administration and cut costs.
Well, that's because
the one. Oh, gee, let's take another idea from Donald Trump, because that'll make Harris smell better. I don't know what that means. That didn't mean smell better, but yeah. I'm sure she smells just fine. She's, look, she's not an unattractive lady. I'm just saying, she looks pretty good for 60, but and I don't give a shit what she smells like. Look, let's take all of Trump's ideas. Let's take them all.
Likely to
he
happen.
is really good at is that.
Do you think that either of those are likely to happen, though? Have you been given any?
No.
Well, I do think she has said she will appoint a Republican to the cabinet. Now,
Not as.
Elon Trump's not. Elon Musk is not a
And you
Republican.
would like to see her appoint, if she wins, appoint Elon Musk?
absolutely. Call him and say, you know what, Mr. Musk? You are truly a great cutting executive. Look at
Shit, oh, fuck no. You know, the idea that the Democrats will allow that to happen. I mean, it's probably a good idea. I wish they would. I wish I wish he'd trimmed down the federal government like he trimmed down Twitter. X, the app formerly known as Twitter. Like 80% of the staff at Twitter's gone, and they're running the whole thing with that small of the crew. That's what our federal government needs right now. That would, my God, that's Ron Paul right there. That would make me so fucking happy, because then we probably wouldn't be running these fucking deficits forever. And maybe they could lower everybody's taxes or whatever. Let's see what else this fucker says.
what he did with Twitter.
Right.
Come in, help our government. You've got absolute authority. Cut everywhere that makes sense.
By the way, what do you think about his role in this election?
He's mad.
Well,
Watch, he's going to be
I've
mad.
said before, I think he is a deserved megalomaniac. He deserves to be a megalomaniac because because of what he is able.
But he's almost autistic too, though. He's so socially awkward, and he thinks in ways that we need, and I don't think Kamala Harris would ever put someone that smart in her cabinet. She thinks Pete Buttigieg is the answer, probably. And in fact, since she's not really in control of any of what she's doing right now, I guarantee you, she is all handlers, just like Joe Biden. It's all about the handlers. This is it's probably Barry 3.0, because Biden's 2.0 and Barry 3.0. It's his team. It's all his fucking team running that White House right now. And when he said a long time ago, he said, well, it'd be really cool if I could just, put an earpiece in somebody and just be telling them what to say. And I could just stand back and it's all my ideas. That's what it is right now. If you don't, it's so obvious. When you look at Biden's advisory team, it's all Obama people. And guess what? Kamala Harris's will all be Obama people. And I think it's a pact between Obama and Pelosi, which I don't know how much longer Pelosi's getting her, because she started to show her signs too. Or maybe that's just the alcohol. I don't know. But anyway, I trust Elon at your peril. No, I don't. As far as I wouldn't put him in charge of things. No, cut the government. That's what I care about. At your peril. You know what I mean. Chelsea who? No, wait. Please don't tell me you're thinking Chelsea Clinton.
What he has accomplished is able to be accomplished. Enabled. And I think that his, therefore, coming on center stage and jumping up is like weird but okay, because he's a megalomaniac, but he deserves to be.
What do you think? Are you talking about the elites and everybody else in this sort of divide? What do you think about just...
He's so... I mean, for someone who has so much shit going on, he's weirdly reserved. And, I mean, but he's just always... It's like, anytime he's in an interview, he's constant... His brain... You can see his brain turning inside his head, pulling out everything it can. It's just weird. Anyway, thank you, Damian Gershwin, again, Peanut November, who says, Kamala... No, it's Chameleon, which we all get it right. It's Chameleon Harris, because she's a fucking chameleon. But Kamala looks like Anton Chigurh once you see it. And who is that? All right, we're going to look up who the fuck this is now. I don't know who that is. Anton Chigurh. We're going to go over here. Okay, good. There we go. Anton Chigurh. Oh, the dude from... What's that? Is that There Will Be Blood or something? Wasn't he in that? Or No Country for Old Men. That's the dude, right? This guy, Kamala, wait, what? Kamala looks like... Okay, class. Do you see it? Now I got to look at a picture of Kamala. No Country Old Man. Yeah, that dude. Okay, there is a mild resemblance. Okay, I see what you did there. All right, where'd this thing with Barry Diller go? Here's Barry. Oh, the fuck did back to Barry Diller. Let's finish this up because I've spent way too much time on it already.
This perception now that there's, frankly, billionaires on each side of this campaign that are,
including including Barry Diller,
are sort of marionettes of some sort.
What I don't understand for anybody with wealth, anybody with real that kind of heavy wealth, how they could do anything that benefits their sole economic interest as a means of judging anything is beyond me.
Do you think that's
to
true?
make another dollar for a rich person?
But do you believe that?
That's not what.
A lot of times you hear Democrats or folks on the left say, you know what, the folks who are supporting Trump are doing it for their wallet. It's all about the money. That's all it really is. Is that what you think? Because I think when I've had conversations with these folks, unless you think I'm completely Pollyanna-ish,
sorry,
about this, that there are so many other issues that not only that they point to,
they're voting their economic interest.
You think that's all it is?
I don't say it
can't be right in a blue state.
Really?
Wait a second.
Can't be right in a blue state.
I don't think
Look,
that's all it is.
All the tax laws. You got to remember, the Democrats were in power almost exclusively, like at least the House and Senate, for 40 years. And it didn't work that well. That's, we got into the 70s, even with Republican presidents, Nixon and Ford, that fiasco just was a shithole. And so when we moved through the Reagan years and we got some Republicans and they're a little more balanced and we got to balanced budgets under Clinton, or a balanced budget under Clinton, which was the House Republicans running that show, you thought maybe we'd be okay. And then you went back to that, the backlash on Republicans, and everything since then is, nobody wants to stop spending money because everyone thinks, oh, if I promise this group something, then they'll vote for me, and if I promise this group something, they'll vote for me. I'm still on that thought process that we need someone who's gonna spend a year just getting rid of shit. You spend a whole year repealing a lot of the bullshit and getting rid of all the waste in the federal government. I mean, this last jobs report was really disheartening because we lost tons of manufacturing jobs, and the entire 40,000, which is anemic when it comes to job growth, that we actually did, that we grew, which is probably going to be revised anyway. But that entire 40,000 was government positions. It was literally 40,000 people in government, in some sort of government positions. That was the largest sector of job growth. That's insane. That is insane. So holy shit. This is
but
crazy.
I think it's the vast majority of it.
I'm sorry, 14. Yeah, it was 14,000. Something like it was some anemic number. 40,000 would be anemic when you think of job creation and but whatever.
These are people who do understand the differences, the issues of character and other issues.
I could argue it's about power. I mean, look, proximity to power is power, and so some of those folks
it's more power.
Delusionary.
Right.
Anybody who thinks that because they do anything, they are going to be able to influence or be close to quote to power, close quote.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. It's all about power. So anyway, that's Barry Diller. Never heard of him
It's
before.
not just economic issues. I look at the way
he's a billionaire, I guess, though. But anyway, also the dude is trending now. I don't even know why this is trending. I don't have any other art. Oh, I'm gonna skip this. Let's do Gun Fox's articles first because I don't want to forget about these. So I'm gonna move these over. Thank you, Gun Fox, by the way, for dropping some articles in the links today. Let's start with this one. Space news. Starship ship-to-ship propellant test coming in March 2025. SpaceX is under pressure to keep its part of the bargain as close to the schedule as possible with providing its Starship rocket as NASA's Artemis human landing system. A major component of both that mission and Starship Mars mission will be orbital refueling. Now that's interesting. Wow. Orbital refueling. In an interview with Spaceflight Now, NASA's deputy manager of the Human Landing System shared that the demonstration mission for the ship-to-ship propellant transfer will take place in March 2025. This test would likely see two Starship upper stages dock and transfer propellant between the two, something that has never been done before with such a large vehicle. Starship is expected to need to be refueled by a dozen or so tanker starships ahead of the future lunar landing missions under Artemis. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, why didn't they have to do that in 1969 on the moon landing? It's funny, I was never skeptical of the moon landing until I realized, yes, they did build a set they had to have built a set to make what was shown on TV happen, even though they very well could have landed on the moon. I'm not saying that they didn't, but the visual that they gave you, kind of like, remember, so there's a nuclear test film that they produced back at, was it the 60s or 50s? They produced this nuclear test film, and you see this bomb go off and you see all this stuff get blown away. But then you realize, why didn't the camera filming this get blown away? Why did these things all blow away and one of the cars disappears, whatever? How did the camera stay still for all this? And it was, it's been really revealed that was propaganda in the nuclear race to scare the Russians. And they did. They actually, it was produced. It was not an actual nuclear test. And so I'm thinking, with the moon landing, they couldn't actually transmit something that clear that far in that time. It would take quite a long time for that transmission to reach the Earth. So they had to. The cameras were built into hills and mountains. But they didn't shake at all. Nuclear explosion and the cameras don't shake. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if it's in hills and mountains. So anyway, I'm just saying, it could have happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it didn't happen the way you saw it. And it's pretty, the shadows some of the shadows are going in different directions. And I never questioned. And I watched that live, by the way. I watched it live on TV. Everyone's day stopped to watch that live on TV. And it just happened to be, during the time of day where you can watch it on TV, just in the United States. So anyway, lots and lots of concrete. Yes. Yes, we've lost all that technology. There's a whole lot of problems with Mulan. But anyway, back to this article. So Starship is expected to be refueled by a dozen or so tanker starships ahead of the future lunar landing missions under Artemis. That number will be even larger when the Starship begins flights to Mars. That would be the first time that's demonstrated at that scale, said Dr. Kent Shonjaki, HLS deputy managers. And so he said it's a big building block. NASA's Artemis program is relying heavily on SpaceX to get its Starship rocket operational before it attempts a lunar landing on Artemis 3. Oh, Artemis 3? Okay, anyway, currently the agency hopes to attempt that flight in 2026, but a slip to 2027 or 2028 is more likely. But that's cool. They're building basically like, you know how the aircraft carriers are refueled at sea, or you have the planes that they refuel in the middle of the sky. Now they're going to try to do that shit out in space with these giant tankers refueling the rockets out there. You know, it's interesting. At least out there, there's not any chance of that shit exploding, right? Dunn Fox, tell me, there's no chance of it exploding out there. There's no oxygen, right? So you can't blow up. If it doesn't work, all it does is shoot, fuel into space. I'm sure, though, it's caused more global warming. Anyway, thank you, Tyre Alexander, for sponsoring this show. You are very well appreciated. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar says, Tyre Alexander says, as much as I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson, he pointed out that all the variables that we need to account for in faking the moon landing, it would literally just be cheaper to go there. Again, I fucking hate Neil, but I do trust him on this. Well, okay, I'm like I said, I don't discount that we did it. I'm discounting the visual they gave us the show that we did it. Okay, I'm sure they did, because they have stuff from the moon and they have pictures, and besides the videos, right? But it's like, well, who set up the camera to watch the lunar lander land? Who set that camera up? Who was operating the camera when Neil Armstrong stepped out of the chute? And one giant step for man, one small leap for man, or one giant leap for mankind. Who took that video? If he was the first one out, who set up the camera? Did they have a remote camera? They might have. I don't know. But, I don't know that remote technology was that big then. I know that we sure didn't get any of that technology in even in our cars for a long time. So there's a whole lot of problems. But I don't not believe that they did it. I just don't believe that the visual we saw in 1969, when we're all watching the TV, going ooh ah, fuck yeah, woohoo, people cheering in the streets. I'm beginning to think that part was reenacted so that they could have someone see it. So I don't know. I never doubted it until someone pointed out the shadows going in different directions. That's not even feasible. And then thinking about the cameras, who set up the fucking cameras, and who was operating those cameras of all the shit they were doing. So anyway, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We still won, motherfuckers. All right, the next article Gunfox gave me. Now this is interesting. I saw the title. China's JHXX, China's new stealth bomber, can be summed up in 3 words. Well, let's see what those 3 words are. They're certainly not "you're a ridiculous moon enthusiast," aka lunatic in the house, and Andrew Thorsten. Good morning. China's stealth bombers, particularly Xiwan H-20 and the rumored JHXX, are increasingly drawing comparisons to advanced U.S. platforms like the B-21 Raider. One giant mystery: China's stealth bombers, particularly I hate it when they do this. The fucking sub-headline is the same line in the first paragraph of the article. That pisses me off every time I see it. I know that's for people who don't really read articles, though. Anyway, here we go. The H-20 long-range flying wing bomber could challenge U.S. air dominance in the Pacific, with speculation that the JHXX may prioritize speed and maneuverability akin to a stealth fighter bomber hybrid. Likely replacing China's H-6K bomber. The JHXS could be capable of both regional strikes and nuclear delivery, enhancing China's military reach. These developments highlight China's aim to counter U.S. forces in the Indo-Pacific, particularly against U.S. territories and Taiwan. Much has been written about China's Xi'an H-20 stealth bomber, which could challenge U.S. air superiority and signal its status as a military power. With a flying wing design, the H-20 earned comparisons to the United States Air Force B-1 Raider, which is now in development. Okay, why do they keep repeating everything? As previously reported, even as details of the H-20 remain sparse, the bomber has earned the moniker Storm from analysts who have noted that China, alongside the United States, is one of the few nations possessing stealth strategic bombers. The H-20's introduction could potentially alter the strategic balance between the U.S. and China, particularly in the Pacific region. Yet the H-20 isn't the only stealth bomber believed to be in development by Beijing. There are also the JXX. Okay, yeah, we know. You just said it in the paragraph before. And though its existence has been confirmed by the United States intelligence community, few details have actually emerged about the aircraft. The mere existence of the bomber set off alarm bells in the Pentagon, and there have been warnings that it could be a fighter bomber capable of long-range strike and even nuclear weapons delivery. It's like, they're so fucking repetitive. It looks like a knockoff of the B-58. Yeah, kind of. Although, is that a mock-up or is that an actual? That's a rendered drawing. The PLAF, the People's Liberation Army Air Force, is developing new medium and long-range stealth bombers to strike regional and global targets. An early 2019 report from the Defense Intelligence Agency warned stealth technology continues to play a key role in the development of these new bombers, which probably will reach initial operational capability no sooner than 2025. The Pentagon has further speculated that the JHXX could have a far greater speed for use against regional adversaries to help defend China's territorial claims in the East and South China Seas. There has also been conjecture that the JHXX could be used as a carrier, and online experts continue to speculate what capabilities it may offer. It would likely serve as a replacement for the H-6K medium-range bomber and thus have a combat radius between 1,000 and 2,000 nautical miles, which could still put the U.S. island of Guam within its crosshairs. More ominously, it would certainly be able to easily strike the self-governing island nation of Taiwan from bases within mainland China and thus greatly enhance capabilities of the People's Liberation Army Air Force. With few details that have been disclosed, the JHXS, analysts suggest it could likely be closer to design to the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor or Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II than the still in development Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider. Thus, it would trade the H-20's range and payload capacity for faster speed, and some have even theorized even enhanced dogfighting potential. Now, it's interesting because we know their aircraft carriers are crap, but who knows how much technology they've stolen from us from maybe spying shit from Afghanistan. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. I don't know what the three words they said. They said there's three words can be summed up in three words. What are the three words? They never told us what the three words are. Maybe it's in this last paragraph. Let's see if it's down here. No, it never tells us what the three words are. Gunfox, do you know? What are the three words? I have no idea. Oh my God. Fight it the way we fight all Chinese tech. Let's get it wet. True. Anyway, thank you, Reaction on Puerto Rico. Dropping a deuce in the tip jar. Appreciate you. Who says, only one way to test if the nuke footage is real. If everybody died, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. To actually use it. Yeah. Yeah. We're trying to avoid that shit, right? We're trying to avoid that. All right, let's move on. The dude is trending. I don't even know why. Someone here said, let's see. I want to thank Joe for not expecting me to wear clothing with his name on it, buy stupid stuff, wear a diaper, tape a maxi pad to my ear, and walk around with a garbage bag on. The tippy top corn pop is a cool dude. Joe Biden, even if you said that to him in person, he would not remember it 15 minutes later. So shut the fuck up. Dr. Sidney Wan says, if you want to argue that Peanuts owner should have had a license, fine, but the government agencies seem intent on punishing the citizens. Yeah, okay, I was going to get to Peanut here. So Sidney wants to talk about this, but if the government agencies seem intent on punishing citizens rather than helping them, want the dude to get a license, help him, offer resources. You don't kill a dude's animals over a piece of fucking paper. Okay, that's, other than that, I don't know. Oh, this was good. Let's show you this one. So these guys dressed up as Kamala Harris staffers. Okay, got the Harris walls, campaign canvassers, and they decided to campaign in the neighborhood. And they had a special surprise for the people they wanted to talk to. So here, let's watch. This is a good one.
I dressed up like I work for Kamala's campaign, and now I'm gonna deliver immigrants to her supporters.
No! We are voting for you, don't worry.
Are you?
Of course.
We do have a surprise, if that's okay, just real fast.
You have a surprise?
Yeah.
We're looking for a place for them to stay. They just came across. They'll sleep on floors. I mean, they're not picky, you know.
We have like a 2-year-old, so
Hector's good with kids.
Ah! That's such a great line. We have a 2-year-old. Well, Hector's really good with kids.
yeah.
Could they just like sleep on your lawn?
They need a place to stay. They just came across.
My teenagers live with me.
Oh, that's fine. Hector, he was dating a teenager like a little bit ago, so
Okay.
they just came across. They don't have papers. You're in support of like the whole border situation, and we're just trying to get them a floor to sleep on.
We're a house of COVID.
You guys want COVID? They said.
We're a house of COVID. Wait a minute. A house of COVID? What the hell does that mean? We're a house of COVID. What the fuck?
They could survive it.
We work with her, so we know how to say her name.
Earlier you said Kamala. The way she pronounces her name is Kamala. You don't work with her either.
See that car? We have 3 dudes who just came across the border. We're trying to find them a home.
Find them a home.
Just say I'm voting for Donald Trump without saying it, okay?
That's a
Oh!
attitude, mister. Right.
So you're voting Kamala.
No, said it again.
So anyway, that is precious. Nova Sera! What's up? Welcome. I said that wrong. Novar Sera. And I'm going to say it that way every time. Nova Sera. All right, so that's a pretty funny one. Let's see. Anything else to do that? There was one other thing I wanted to show under this. Oh, this. Okay. I know that you're probably going to say after this is over that Jeff Bridges is dead to me. But I'm going to show it to you because I had to watch it.
Hi, Jeff Bridges.
Hi, Jeff.
You know, I play many roles in life.
Yes, you're an actor, which means none of what you do is real, Jeff.
More personal or profound than being a father.
Oh,
and one of the most
I love my daughter too, Jeff. My daughter's my world.
important things I can offer to my 3 amazing daughters is to
not to be killed by illegal aliens. Oh, I bet that's not where you're going.
trust them to make decisions.
Oh yes, well I trust I don't even try to influence my daughter in the elections and shit. All right, she's a grown woman, has her own 2 kids, and she's going to protect them for as long as they live. So.
Lives, and
needless to say, well then why are you saying it, Jeff? Now you're gonna talk some dumb shit. Needless to say, what?
Those for their own bodies.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and as your daughter, I
Did you buy them IUDs when they were young?
value that trust. But weirdly, not everyone trusts the women in their lives.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to put it.
And as you know, the Supreme Court took away our constitutional right.
No. Wherever you are on abortion, and I'm one of those people. I think abortion be illegal to a certain extent, and I'm not. But the Supreme Court didn't take away your right to anything, because there's no right in the Constitution to that. You don't even have the right to medical care. Just because someone can provide medical care, look, and I'm talking about any kind of medical care. That's one of those weird things. You have a right to medical care. Oh, wait a minute. Well, if you have a right to medical care, does that mean you have a right to someone else's labor? There's a name for that. But anyway, let's try this. Let's try this again. Because even Ruth Bader Ginsburg didn't think that was a well thought out decision. Anyway.
Right to safely and privately make decisions about our own body.
Oh, no. They didn't take you can still make safe, private decisions about your own body. That has nothing. That has nothing to do with it. That's the weird thing. It's like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna get into this because I'm not on the same page with everybody here on that. But yeah, I respect everyone else's opinion on it. Whatever.
He is. How could?
But the point was that you don't have a right to that because you have to have someone else do it. So you don't have a right. Like if it was a right, you could commandeer their labor no matter what they wanted to do. And I don't think, for example, when they try to make Catholic churches or Catholic, hospitals run by the Catholics do abortions, well, do they have a right to not do them? I think they do. Like you're saying that when you have a right to something, that means someone else has to do that for you. And I don't think you have a right to anyone else's labor. If you can find someone to do the things you want them to do in a place where it's legal, that's fine, but you don't have a right to it. It's something available to you, but it's not like you have a right to it. You can't, if you had a right to it, you wouldn't have to pay them for it. Because I have a right to rights. That's not what a right is. Now, there's a difference between a right and whether or not it's legal. And it's something you can do legally. But calling it a right is very much a misnomer. Anyway.
Anyone think they have the right to do that?
Yeah, it's true. Within 1 year of the Dobbs decision, 26 states have already banned or are set to ban abortion.
Well, not completely. So that's interesting you say that they banned it. In fact, some states never changed the laws that were on the book. They made some adjustments, but none of them actually banned it. Now, many states, some states, they have very different ideas about how long and whatever, but no one's banned it, I don't think. Has anyone banned it completely, like made it like 100% banned? I don't think they have. Maybe there are. I don't know. I'm not that. I mean, I'm in a state where they've put no restrictions on it. Zero. None. I mean, technically and by the law, you could do an abortion right up till crowning. But anyway.
This has serious consequences for all of us, men and...
No, there's no consequence for you, Jeff. Shut the fuck up. No, well, maybe. Unless... wait a minute. Unless you knocked up some intern or, gaffer, then maybe it would affect you a little bit because you have to find somewhere to go for that shit.
Women, but especially for our daughters and our granddaughters' futures.
Well, no. Look, unless there's an extraordinary event of, violent or whatever, you know what I mean? If that happens, then there's, and again, I have no problem allowing that in case of like rape or incest, right? I've never had, because, well, again, I feel like until a certain point, in a pregnancy, it's probably not as unethical, but it's barbaric no matter how you do it. It's a barbaric procedure. I have no, for example, I have zero problem with morning after pills. I have zero problem with like early on abortions. I get it. Not everyone wants to have a baby, whatever. But, when you start getting past the developed, when that fetus starts to look like a baby, that's when I'm like, wait, okay, you're saying that's not human? I think it's and I don't mean even a religiously moral thing. I think it's just a socially moral, unethical, barbaric practice at a certain point. If you have to dismember a human body to perform this, then you're concerned. It becomes concerning. So anyway, that's my 105th trimester. Oh man, y'all are killing me in the chat.
There's a lot at stake in this upcoming election.
Yeah, and there's reproductive legislation on the ballot in almost every state in the country. So find out where your state
deal
is.
with that in your state. That's, again, the guy with the funny hair is like fine with that. That's the states can decide that shit. But it's not a right. It's not a right. A right is something that you don't need anybody else to perform for you. Okay. Freedom of speech. I don't need anyone to, put their hand up my ass and move my mouth for me. That was a weird thing to say. Freedom of religion. I don't need any of you for me to practice my religion. I can do it without a priest. I can do it without a pastor. I can do it without an imam or I don't know what they call them in the synagogues. A rabbi. I can practice my religion by myself. I don't need anyone else to do it. My right to bear arms and protect myself. I don't need anyone else to do it. Now, maybe a manufacturer, but I can go build weapons myself if I need to. Those are rights that I don't need anyone else to do for me. So there, I'm done. You get the idea. I got to get through the rest of this. Hector is trending. I don't know why that is, but here's meet legal immigrants, Hector and Kelly Contreras, who both voted. This is their daughter, Alyssa, whose husband is from Mexico and still trying to get a citizenship the right way. They are all Trump supporters and love Charlie Kirk. Well, I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk, but cool. Some Hispanic Americans voting Trump 24. The boxer in the Olympics. Some people lost friends over this shit. A leaked French medical report from 2023 has confirmed that Algerian boxer Iman Khalif is male. Top endocrinologists found that Khalif has XY chromosomes and no uterus, internal testicles, and a micro penis. So that's the person who won the Olympic gold medal in women's boxing. His medical reports shows that he is male. Call me shocked. Not. Also trending, Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese, the actor, singer, whatever. Apparently, he made an hour-long video of him walking around brooding and talking about why black men should vote for Kamala Harris. That is not because she's a black woman. Nobody wants to watch it. I'm laughing because nobody wants to watch it. He says they're going to make me delete this. I don't care anymore. A 55-minute video on Twitter. You think we're going to watch it? If it's not exciting or not a debate, I'm not going to sit here and watch you talk for 55 minutes, Tyrese. Just rambling on about that. But he's trending. One More Day is trending. Well, you know why. One More Day. Although, like I said, one more day or one more day till we vote, and then they'll figure out the election results 2 weeks later if it's close and they need to, print up some more shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, and then of course, Peanut is trending. Peanut Squirrel, Peanut, Peanut the Squirrel, and those are all trending. Apparently this. Okay, so I saw something the other day. So this guy had a pet squirrel. That it was an abandoned squirrel, and so he raised this squirrel from a very young age, and it became an internet sensation. And the authorities, I believe this is in New York City, and he had a raccoon too. He had a pet raccoon, and the authorities in this area came in and had a warrant to take him out, and they took the squirrel and the raccoon from him and then euthanized them. Now, here's for some reason, at first when I saw a headline, it's kind of stating the fact that this squirrel has become a rallying call for right-wing whatever. And I was like, really, motherfuckers, you come in and just raid this guy's house in a city where they have all these murders and rapes, whatever, and you all got a warrant to go kill some squirrel that wasn't hurting nobody. And I was thinking, well, how can this be a rallying cry for right-wing people? But then there's this clip of Donald Trump Jr. at a rally talking about Peanut, and I'm like, are we what? What universe are we living in? What parallel universe are we living in right now? So here's Donald Trump Jr. talk. I think he's talking about Peanut here.
If someone adopts a baby pet squirrel, no, justice for Peanut.
Justice.
Think about it. Our government will let in 16,000 rapists, they'll let in 13,000 murderers,
right.
they'll let in 600,000 criminals across our border. But if someone has a pet squirrel without a permit, they go in there and kill the squirrel. Think about that's the Democrat Party.
It is kind of insane, though, isn't it?
That's their overreach.
Like, this squirrel was famous.
Every aspect of
this squirrel was
the big stuff, the stuff that matters, the stuff.
Look, Sound Peanut is the most important issue of our times. Well, no, it's not. That's just it. But they had 8 officers come to their house to confiscate Peanut and a friggin' raccoon. When we've got 10 million fucking illegal border crossers in the last 4 years. Now, granted, it wasn't in this particular municipality. I believe this is in New York City. But I'm sure even Mayor Adams is probably, our police did what? What did they do? Who told them to go get Peanut? I mean, now this is funny. Hey, if you think the story of Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon was bad, wait until you hear about Ruby Ridge and the Waco siege. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's true. Peanut was more American than the criminal migrants. At least he was born here. Hey, word. Real quick. Thank you, Avocado Diablo. Another small bowl in the tip jar. Appreciate it. Avocado Diablo says, but P-Dog, I do not need any more to help me help the women in my life have an abortion. They are called stairs. Oh, my God. I actually read that out loud, didn't I?
Your life makes me sad.
Oh, my God. Oh, you are the king of morbid humor, I got to say. Poker Ace. Oh, you're still here. It's good to see you, man. All right. This is the photo from her now disabled Instagram account of the fascist bitch who had Peanut the squirrel assassinated by the New York Gestapo. Her name. Okay, I don't care. We don't need to dox her. Where do our presidential candidates stand on Peanut the squirrel? Because as silly as you might think that sounds, it is important. It's not that important, but it's kind of it's what they didn't do with the resources that they used to go get Peanut. 8 officers came to their house. 8 officers for a fucking squirrel. 8 officers for a fucking squirrel. I mean, what? Let me get this, if I got this right. Peanut the squirrel is the October surprise. Instagram famous squirrel Peanut euthanized after being seized. This couple, okay, yeah, you get the idea. Did Senator Mike Lee chime in? Where is it? Senator Mike Lee warns Democrats would rule America uncontested for 100 years if they sweep the 2024 elections. The senator suggesting that Republicans change their party mascot from an elephant to Peanut the squirrel. I agree with the idea of changing the mascot to a squirrel, but I do not agree that Democrats would rule uncontested for 100 years because under Democrat rule, America wouldn't last that long. So there's an article. I'll put the Fox News article up. Moving on, because I'm kind of done. I wanted to make sure I talked about Peanut. There's several links to Peanut the squirrel. Pete Buttigieg is also trending. Apparently, he was on. He did one of those one against a bunch, like they did those circle things on what's that? Surrounded. They call it Surrounded, where they have one person in the middle and 25 people who want to ask the guys questions and debate them. And so he did one on there, and some people here. Let's see. Here's one of the clips from Surrounded with Pete Buttigieg.
And that's where I think the best example of that I think is meaningful is something like rescheduling marijuana, right?
Sure.
Where there are certain things that are considered a crime and shouldn't be that same level of crime, and that's the reform.
Like Peanut the
the
Squirrel?
Other piece you're talking about, maybe the most
like Peanut the
impactful
Squirrel?
is that question of the incentive. Now, obviously, part of the incentive is deterrence, right? Part of the incentive not to kill somebody is, in addition to it being the wrong thing to do, is if you do it and you get caught, there's a penalty.
Like public hanging?
But part of it also is setting people up so that their lives keep them out of the scenarios where
Yeah, and Democrats are in control of all the areas where you set them up to keep their lives out of those certain scenarios. So how are you going to fix that, Pete? That was in my last video. I was talking about how, well, it was just clips from my show, but they always, you know, like with, I always complain about how DEI programs, affirmative action programs, whatever, always start at the wrong starting point. They start at the starting point of where you get the job and not where you learn how to make yourself eligible for that job. And you're not helping poor people by doing that. You're helping middle-class people. Affirmative action just helps middle-class people do more middle-class shit. Because the people who take advantage of affirmative action are white women and black people who've already finished school and maybe already had a degree, whatever. All these areas where these are already people who are already on that path. And you're not helping the people who are in a cycle of poverty because they don't give a fuck about finishing school or whatever. So basically you're just helping more like I said, you're helping more middle-class people do more middle-class shit, but with a little leg up over the other people who aren't getting those positions. And so you're not helping the people you think you're helping. So anyway,
many crimes, including violent crimes.
And so now we're talking about social reform,
economic empowerment, social. Yeah, I mean, social reform is another one of those buzzwords. I think it could mean a lot of different things.
Well, so is economic empowerment, Pete. To you, economic empowerment is just giving people shit versus teaching them to fish.
Basically, I would agree that if we can create circumstances where people find belonging and their basic needs are met and they're safe and they're healthy, regardless of whether they're born rich or poor, regardless of their racial background or anything else.
Pipe dream, because you think all black people are poor. That's the problem, Pete. You think that only a small percentage of black people are below the poverty line. I say this all the time. Now, it's a higher percentage in that particular demographic than other demographics, but it's still, you're not helping the people below the poverty line. And certainly your schools aren't. The Democrats control the schools, but you want to keep them in the schools. You don't like school choice.
Safer. Not only will individuals be safer, but it'll be a safer community. And I think, even though I'm going to admit it's far from perfect, what's gone on in our country over the last 30, 40 years, I think the fact that we've gotten somewhat better at that is part of why violent crime is way lower.
How have we gotten better at that?
Than it was.
The literacy rate in 1978 was almost 100% in the United States. Now it's about 70-some percent. What have we gotten better at, Pete? We backslid badly. Okay, if you want to watch that, that's why he's trending. A lot of people posting clips from that, from different versions of. Some people posting the left people on the left posting the clips that they think that Pete won, and people on the right posting the clips that they think Pete lost. David Axelrod's trending too, only for this clip, and then I'm going to go. Axelrod doesn't think that the Democrats are doing well. I'm not sure if I believe that, but he says there's zero enthusiasm. Here's David Axelrod.
Most worried about right now?
Well, look, the watchword of the day is humility here. When you have polls that are this close, and I'm sitting next to one of the great pollsters, and I think she would tell you.
Yeah, she's a different kind of pollster. If you know what I mean.
When you have polls this close, you're not sure of any.
You can sword fight. Oh no! I just went the wrong way with that too.
Who shows up, because these polls are not precise. So what I'm worried about is
they're all over the place.
You're counting on some women who are independent Republican women to come out and vote for Harris. Is that going to materialize? Is the gender gap going to be what you need it to be?
Yeah. And guess what? You know what the wild card is? I see a lot of black people in Illinois. a lot of black people in Illinois, southern half of the Chicagoland area, are done with you motherfuckers. That's the wild card as far as I'm concerned. All those people in New York City, Brooklyn, Bronx, where they're bussing in and flying in thousands of illegal border crossers and putting them up in hotels and shit. And they're looking at that shit going, did she say she wouldn't do anything differently? Did she say she couldn't think of anything she'd have done differently? What the actual fuck? That's going to be the shocker to these motherfuckers. I predict that. Yes, more youth are coming out. Yes, more women are coming out to vote for Harris. But I'm going to tell you what. Everywhere where you see these motherfuckers putting up illegal border crossers in hotels and paying for all their shit, I think they're going to get a rude awakening in those parts of the country. Just saying. Because, look, you can talk like the border insecure. I've been to the border. Well, you haven't been to the border this year. Well, I haven't been to Europe. Everybody sees that shit going, no. This shit got to stop. So I bet that's going to be their surprise. Now, will that be enough to counter them, selling abortion to every woman and every college student? Because the college students abortion. But the college students aren't all that enthused either because of Palestine. So that's why they don't know. That's why they don't know.
Minority voters going to come out in the numbers of African-American voters in particular, and are you going to get the margins?
Don't count on the African-American votes. I'm seeing a lot of brothers and sisters saying, yeah, they talk a good game, but they ain't done shit for 50 years.
That you want there. So there are a lot of open questions.
And it's funny, he counts on African-American voters to come out. I'm sorry. You assume they're going to come out for your ass? Your asses? Just because Kamala got a little black in her? Well, she had a little black in her. Now she's married to Doug.
And they're obviously working it hard right now. There are feet on the street, and they're doing the kind of work that you do in a race like this. But this race is filled with uncertainty today.
Good.
What is most worried about right now?
I don't want you to be certain. I want you to be scared. I want you to be done. All right, that's it. I got to go. Guys, thank you. Let's drop some links here. I'm not putting that in there. Here we go. Let me drop the links, including my story. If you haven't read it yet, it's not light reading, but it's a great story. And I'm proud of it, and just how it all turned out, because not all the adoption stories turn out well. Mine did, and I'm still in contact with my old family and my new family in many ways. So there you go. All right, here you go. Here's today's links, and that's it. Boom. There you go. That's it. I got to go. My name's Dawg Knight. See you tomorrow. Election day. Woo-hoo! Whoops. There, right here. There you go. All right, bye-bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thanks for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.